You see, folks, this is why we do what we do. We look at what we owe. We need to start paying attention to what it costs to manage what we owe. At a certain point, now this is what makes it crazy about the debt snowball, okay? And I mentioned this in my book, and we're going to go right into the book after I make this point. When you're using the debt snowball, this is why the P.I.L.L method is more powerful than the debt snowball. When you're using the debt snowball says, let's pick the smallest debt and pay that off, okay? Now, let's just say when you're picking one of the debts, you pick the right one. You pick the right one to focus on. And all of your debt, they all have an interest cost, right, Kirk?
Oh, yes.
Okay, they all have an interest cost. And because they have an interest cost, then what you're doing is you're paying these loans off to save interest. But here's what happens when you're paying down this loan, okay? It started out with an interest cost of $462. That was the interest cost on this loan. As you're paying it down, we're down here where we got an interest cost of like 143. Okay. So is it possible, Kurt, to focus on a loan, pay it down, so now that it's cheaper, that this loan is now cheaper than some of the other loans you may have? Mm-hmm. So does it make sense to keep paying, even though you started out with the right loan, Kirk? Does it make sense to continue on paying on this loan and saving these tiny interest payments when we could have shifted over to another more expensive loan and saved even more money in interest? This is why the debt snowball is so inefficient. It helps you to feel better because you've paid off a loan, but it doesn't address the fact that you're paying way more in interest on the other loans than you should just to feel good about paying off this loan. I asked the question in my book, how much do you want to pay for your good feelings? Stop paying extra interest by using the debt snowball or the avalanche methods, because even though they give you the satisfaction of paying off a loan, the average family will pay $50,000 to $70,000 more in interest using those methods than using the P.I.L.L method. And what's even worse is they won't even realize that they're paying the extra interest because no one is pointing out to them how to track their interest costs per month and how to calculate their interest savings. No one's pointing that out. And all of this is in my book. How you understand the basics of this is in my book. The only book on Amazon out of 33 million titles. Only one book even begins to approach how to understand an amortization schedule and how to defeat it. One, the P.I.L.L method, a better way to eliminate debt.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life. And it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
I'm going to go through the P.I.L.L method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.